welcome back to another episode of How to Get Your Child into a Specialized High School. I'm Dr. Ivan Khan, CEO of Khan's Tutorial. This is Diagnostic E Group PTC version. So getting into an SHSAT or a Specialized High School of New York City is an incredible feat. Take it from me, I'm a graduate of Bronx Science. At Khan's Tutorial, we've had about 4,700 plus students get into the Specialized High Schools, which includes Stuyvesant, Bronx Science, and Brooklyn Tech. Today we're going to be looking through important updates, why the SHSAT is important, Diagnostic E top scores, and of course your tips at home for you parents and students. We have important events and diagnostic dates. You just finished Diagnostic E at the end of April. Congrats. Moving up, we have to work hard because our next Diagnostic F is coming up in just about a month. Right now, the jump between Diagnostic E Diagnostic F is critical. We're really proud of our top scores, but we know that there are about 100 of you at home who still need to practice. You got to cut down some of those screen time distractions like your video games and YouTube and any other distractions out there. And we got to really keep picking these scores up all the way through Diagnostic H in August and October when you'll have your final diagnostics before the exam. So when we take a look, last month we had a lot here. A lot of you, Eid Mubarak for all of you who celebrated, and of course you took your diagnostic last April 27th. Right after the diagnostic, all of you should have been going to your individual PTCs. So if you are a family who's gone to your individual PTC or parent-teacher conference, congratulations. That means you've just won a free workshop class. What's a workshop class? Well, it's this class that students have been taking at Khan's on a Friday or a Sunday to have the most advanced material, retake your old diagnostics, and really help catapult and boost your score into an acceptance target range. So moving on to next month is June. June may be the last day of school for so many of you, and we're so excited, but guess what? That also means that's the time where you will be taking Diagnostic F. So Diagnostic F is the most important thing you should be practicing for, not in June, but now. From May and right at the end of June, we're going to be ramping up to 5 days a week of classes for so many of you. So the Khan's Tutorial Assurance Package assures your admission to Stuyvesant, Bronx Science, Brooklyn Tech, or any of the specialized high schools with the assurance package, which will take place in July and August for 5 days a week of classes. So if you're still not at the target score, which should be around a 70 right now, absolutely consider practicing more at home now so you can hopefully boost your score whether you take the summer classes with us for the assurance package or not. Practice. So in the summer, we'll have classes for 5 days a week, Tuesday through Thursday for boot camp, workshops on most Fridays, and Saturdays and Sundays are your group classes, so you can keep practicing every single day. So after we're done in August, you will have school again for 8th grade. So it's really important, even though we have 6 months or 5 months left till we really get a chance to take this test, getting through it now is the most important thing you can do. So Diagnostic E recap, let's give a big congratulations to all of our top scorers. We have some new names. We often see H. Naveed, congratulations. We often see R. Oriq, but I am seeing some new names, so good congratulations to D. Rozafa, R. Safwan, M. Motasim, S. Mohammed, 92, 88, 87, 85, 83, 88. So we're so proud of all of you top scorers, and we're also taking a look at the median score going up. So the median score was a 68 this time out of 114. If you're above that, you're in the top half of the class. If you're below that, then there's a lot more work we have to do, so pay close attention to how we're going to achieve that. Right now, if you're between a 45 to 55, you're probably new to Khan's. You've probably not been practicing at home, or you're not taking your work seriously enough. We need those jumps to start happening right away. 12 to 15 jumps are easily attainable for you. But if you're in the middle of the pack with the rest of us from 55 to 75, that's when you know that if we keep working, all we need is 10 more points to reach that cutoff score of Stuyvesant, Bronx Science, and Brooklyn Tech. So we know when those next tests are, and we're going to reach these amazing cutoffs, which are coming up here. So if you can see, so many of our students are already at the cutoff for Stuyvesant High School. So many of you are already at the cutoff for the Bronx High School of Science, where I'm a graduate of. So many of you are already at the cutoff for Brooklyn Technical High School, which is the largest magnet high school in the United States. So Brooklyn Tech, Bronx Science, Stuyvesant, we're coming for you. And if you are still new to the organization, or you're bringing your neighbors in, and you reside in Brooklyn, don't forget to rank Brooklyn Latin later, because that does have one of the smallest cutoffs you will need, whether you're a student here at Cons or watching from anywhere in New York City. So, why take the SHSAT? This is something we usually speak about early on, but if you're from Cons Tutorial, you already know why. Quality education that's free, top teachers, lifelong connections, opportunities in AP classes, and access to the most competitive colleges and universities in the nation. And I'm not lying to you all. You gotta check it out. You gotta visit these schools, meet the principals, meet the parent coordinators, heck, meet the parents from these schools, and they'll tell you yourself why it's one of the most incredible experiences you'll ever have in your life. So we'll start off with Stuyvesant High School, downtown Manhattan. While it's recognized for science, technology, engineering, and math, Stuyvesant offers almost every course a high school student can imagine, with some of the most diverse offerings around advanced placement classes and extracurricular activities. Stuyvesant remains the top dream school for so many hardworking kids just like you and your parents. Next up, we'll want to quickly give a shout out to Stuyvesant High School. From here at Cons, we've had a great relationship with the leaders at Stuyvesant High School. As you can see, the principals from Stuyvesant High School have come to the community here at Cons Tutorial Jackson Heights or any of our locations to have parent workshops with our Bangladeshi and South Asian moms and dads. We couldn't be happier for that. And guess what? So they invited me back to go back to Stuyvesant High School so I can tell the teachers all about Bangladeshi heritage. So if you see some of these photos, often they're from right after my teaching session at Stuyvesant High School with their faculty, so they can learn more about the diversity of New York City and some of the fastest growing students which are from Bangladesh. So shout out to Stuyvesant High School. And of course, here's a picture of me visiting their Black Student Union and their Aspera League, where we've gone back for hiring and scholarship programs and so many partnerships with the community at Stuyvesant High School. Next up, Bronx Science. It's oftentimes you'll hear that it's worth the trip. Bronx Science will require the second highest cutoff for all of you students and parents at Cons Tutorial. And for all of you in the Bronx, oftentimes it may be your first choice because of the short distance. So 8 Nobel Prize winners, more than any other high school in the world. Bronx Science is worth the trip and absolutely an incredible place for your learning. SHSAT here. When we go to Bronx Science, we've been out there for the unveiling of their MAN Institute, their Science Institute. We have state senators who are all graduates of Bronx Science. Of course, I'm a graduate from Bronx Science, and we're so excited for the entire community up there. Couldn't leave Brooklyn Tech out of the conversation. Brooklyn Tech is the largest magnet high school in the United States, and not only do they have countless APs, but they have academic majors for students. That's major key, because having a major as a high school student, you'll get a chance to take classes you really want to get into, whether it's around robotics, computer science, technology, or even in the arts. So Brooklyn Tech got it all. It's conveniently located in central Brooklyn, and it's a memorable experience for so many of their graduates. And we wanted to show some pictures and shout outs because Cons Tutorial is the official test prep partner of the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation's One World Collective initiatives. And we've spent countless years at Brooklyn Tech in the summer, in their classrooms, teaching with them to make sure more and more kids from across New York City can get into Brooklyn Tech. So moving on, there are new specialized high schools. There are about 5 new ones, one in each single borough. So if you're watching from Queens, we got one at York Science. We got Lehman College in the Bronx. We got City College up in Manhattan. And of course, we have Brooklyn Latin and Staten Island Tech. So families and students, you've watched this far. We know that the SHSAT is 3 hours long. You know the material is more advanced than what a typical 8th grader may see in most New York City schools, which are underfunded. That's why you're here at Cons. Let's keep it moving. And the tips for the student improvement, we've already discussed this at every single parent-teacher conference. We're going to go over them one more time here. Try out workshops. If you've attended a group PTC, it's a free workshop. Those who join our workshops end up getting into the schools at a much higher rate because you're at Consultorial learning with us. You're not at home on your Nintendo Switch. You're not at home on your YouTube and your iPad and your screen time. So workshop is definitely a way to get the most advanced material and those amazing diagnostic retakes. And just remember, we do have an assurance program. So if you're watching this as a 7th grader, we'll start off with the assurance program. It includes 5 days a week in the summer. You got workshops on Fridays, boot camps Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, group classes in the weekends. You're with us 5 days a week in the entire summer, which will be more than enough to get you an offer, an assured offer. If you happen to be, if you have cousins and younger ones and siblings in the 6th grade, Cons will we are officially starting our 6th grade pre-SHSAT, SHSAT summer this June. It's already started, actually last May 11th. My daughter at home is actually in the pre-SHSAT program. They've already taken their first diagnostic. Congratulations to all the students with the fantastic scores from that program. And we can't wait to see all of you enjoy the pre-SHSAT summer here for free if you want to register early for your SHSAT program. And for all you folks who've been watching and you may be in 8th grade now and you want to take one last shot at the specialized high schools, maybe you want to get into a specialized high school that's closer to your home, or maybe you couldn't get into one last time and you finally found Cons and you want to make sure to get in, try us out for our 9th grade SHSAT program for the most advanced material for your admissions to the specialized high schools. The rest of the tips, it's the same things we've been doing for 30 years. Start your Cons homework first. It's the most important thing you can do. When you get home, start our homework first, then go into your own material. Then go into your own school homework. Parents, you can always see your student scores on GradeCam who are signing in and logging in there. And you want to be sure that you can track all of your scores, and that's the way you can see how you can access your GradeCam scores. So how to practice at home, start early in the week, finish your homework by Monday or Tuesday, review your class notes daily, be sure to complete the entire book list as soon as you can, and these are some of the ways that you're going to be improving every single week. I know you're listening to the tips, but none of it's going to help unless you do them at home. So parents, I hope you're watching these tips, and I hope instead of just nodding or fast forwarding through, you're stopping and having these conversations with your child to make sure the work gets done. This is a practice schedule that you've all seen. We got to go to school until 3. When you come home, we want you to mentally reset, relax when you get home, take a shower, eat a snack, freshen up, go play outside as the weather gets better. Then from 5 or 5:30, that's when you start your Cons homework. Start that for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Once you're done with that, take another break. After that, you can do your school homework. It's May, June. Your school homework's not even that bad right now. By the time it's 7:30 or 8, start your dinner with your family. Spend some time with them. Watch a little TV. If you need to review anything before you go to bed, now's that time. Spend the time with your family and go to bed before 10 or 10:30 every single night. I know as new immigrants, as a student, as a child, I'd go to sleep at 12, 11:30. It's one of the worst habits I ever made as a child. So you want to be going to sleep early, 9:30 or 10, to always be fresh, to really, really have all that brain power to do really well in all of your prep. So for all of you digital students, remember, focus on the material, engage in the class, raise your hands, and you got to have your cameras on. Having your cameras off will lead to a phone call to your families, and we got to let your parents know that you're not compliant, you're not listening. We want you part of the conversation, we want you part of those classes. And congratulations to all of you who've been doing so well, digitally or in person. Final section for some resources. Please do get the SHSAT book list. We have 4 books this year that we highly recommend, and we absolutely recommend you starting them as early as possible for supplemental work. These are all highly recommended for all of you to practice from at home. As you know, at cons, you're getting our own material that's been curated and built and improved over 30 years. Some really, really magical material in those diagnostics. That's only at cons. But for all that extra practice at home to get your past that requirement, that preparation level, please get the book list and get all these items. So as final tips, you've been watching. If you've gotten here this far, we want to thank you for watching. Check out the book list. Start ordering those books. Take advantage of all of our workshops. If you've attended the group PTC, take a free workshop on us. Just find out whether it's a Friday or Sunday. Find out the right time and show up for it. And then finally, arrive to class early. Start your homework early in the week. Attend all parent-teacher conferences. Watch these helpful videos. And if you've been watching this far and you like it, share the video with another student. Subscribe to Consultorial. Hit that like button. And be sure to practice a lot. We'll see you for the next time. Good luck on all of your prep. And we can't wait to see you all back here at Consultorial.